Okay, so this is Adria Estribou, and I'm a conscious channel of Angels Ariel and Raphael. So we will see who comes through today. And typically, Angel Update is about what's right now helpful for us to know as humans on planet Earth. And that's about the scope of it, so it can be just about anything. So we'll see what they come through with today. And I'll let you know who's speaking. This is Angel Ariel. So change, as if you were a lightning rod, you're attracting change right now. So for those of you who have been admiring change from afar, you might feel a little rattled, like, oh, it's here now, it arrived. For those of you who need to feel stationary, stuck, it's not going to be possible for a little while. So we say that in the context because sometimes pleasant words are given to stuckness, like grounding or rooted or practical, reasonable. So it may be that you're being drawn into some forces of change here. And what we say to you is you are the lightning rod, which means you are attracting a particular type of change to yourself. It's not like you've been thrust into a cosmic vortex and you're whipping around randomly and you're going to get shot out the other side. No, you've drawn change to yourself. That's very particular to you, galvanized to your energy, electromagnetically appropriate to you. So the other aspect of this is it's not too much change for you to bear, to handle, to witness in others even. You may be noticing this in others, that they're going through very, very rapid change. So then if you widen your perspective, you can see each being here like a lightning rod attracting change and a very forceful, rapid transmission of change into their own lives, but it's appropriate to that being. So we have sometimes spoken on this channel about collective change, moods, atmospheres, in terms of energies, and in terms of working with instead of against what's in the air. This one is so personal. The collective piece is it's about change and it's about rapid transmutational change. But what that is for you in your life is what you have drawn in. So it's not random. If it feels out of the blue, you may not have been quite attuned to what your soul is desiring or where your path is so evident in front of you, based on your own, where you have been digging the path. In other words, the path didn't just appear before you because some guide brought it in or some neighbor thought it was a good idea to put a sidewalk there. You have been digging this path in order to have somewhere to walk in this direction, new direction you've been meaning to go, but again, perhaps admiring from afar. So now you're right in, like you get pushed onto the path, and so it may feel a little abrupt for a minute, but if you look where you are, where your feet have landed, squarely on a pathway that you have dug. So this again is why the change, although it may be galvanizing, alchemical, very, very rapid, it's a change that you have called to. Like a lover or a siren or a magnetic pole, you've been, come here, you're calling in this change, right? So then it came in a little sudden, maybe unlike a lover or a magnet. It came in very fast and dramatic, but remember, you called it in. So that's largely what we want to convey today about what's happening in your own personal sphere, your own world. This is Angel Raphael. So again, with the same context of global change that is very individual, you want to be careful about judging other people's rapid transition, because it may look from the outside it's good or bad or different than what you would choose. These are the paths that those souls have been forging. So the less you try to be involved with or judge others' pathways right now, the best for you and for them. So particularly if you have children, or adult children, like parents that you are caretaking, or neighbors, friends who rely on you for advice a lot of times in their life, this would be the one time not to give advice. To step in if someone asks and need help, why not? We're not saying to be cold and indifferent, but to reserve judgment, to step back in a loving way and let that lightning change happen for that person. So when lightning strikes, and we're talking now for a moment about the physical, ethereal, but lightning in the world, it looks dramatic, it looks frightening, it looks like we should run and hide, it crackles in the air, it brings change, or sometimes wildfire. So from the outside, those all could look like negative things. But from the inside, if there was a seed that can only take root, come to life after a forest fire, if there was something that needed to be cleared, if there's an energy, knowledge, or energetic transmission that needed to come in, but a little forcefully against, let's say, a sluggish, lower energy field, lightning is the perfect energy for that. So please try not to judge others' lightning change from afar. And for your own life, if something feels too sudden right now, just look at where your feet are. So this could be about your life path or what's happening. And then notice, oh, this is something I wanted. Perhaps for a long time, perhaps for so long that you forgot it was possible. And so it feels sudden to suddenly arrive on this path of your own making. Now, more than ever, the paths are of your own making. This is not a path of destiny. This is a path you made. So you don't have to feel forced into this. You can feel that those divine forces have answered your call in a somewhat dramatic, forceful way to push you onto a path of your own making. This is Raphael. So whether you adore the energy of lightning or not, perhaps doesn't matter, because it's very fast, right? It doesn't stick around. Lightning doesn't typically, let's say at one point of transmission, last for an hour. It's a matter of microseconds, less than a second. So the abruptness, the change energy here won't stay with you very long, but what happens is somewhat, we would say, irreversible for most. So if you feel the jolt, the suddenness, the unreasonableness of the lightning energy of it, you don't have to be so concerned. That's not how the world is now. Just again notice, oh, where are my feet now? Where is my path? And oh, this is a path that I dug, and I didn't know where it was. I thought maybe I was digging in air and nothing was happening, but whoa, look, here I am. So, and we say singular lightning, but this may be happening in other areas of your life and not just one. It's just that as it happens, it's so sharp, so pointed, so quick that it's moved you to where you wanted to go, and then it's gone. Did it ever exist? The only evidence you have of the lightning is that you're in a new place. So this may happen in more areas. If you have something, so in terms of harnessing this energy while it's here, 3-4 days at least more of lightning change energy on planet Earth, so accessible to all. If you have an area where you have not yet moved, this is the time to pull out your lightning rod, to sit in deep prayer, to receive. This isn't about pushing, it's not about assertive will. To receive the transmission which will jar you into the next pathway, the one that you're begging, longing for. So if it hasn't happened for you yet in these next few hours, few days, please, in a deep, receptive way, be ready, be willing, call in that lightning. It's very, very positive if you want to move towards what you want. And it's jarring if you want to stay even, same. I recognize this world. It's okay, even though I grumble about it and hate it sometimes. At least I know what it is. You won't like this lightning very much because you're being transmitted somewhere new. This is Adria. I see a question in the chat, so I'm just going to look at that, and feel free to type in if any of you have questions. How can we deal with the great conflicts in the world? What can we do to support people caught in the middle of these conflicts? Thank you for that question. This is Angel Ariel. Conflict in this moment is about change. That's not what we would say over all of humankind's history here on Earth. But right now it is a transmitter of change. So for you and for others who are willing to listen in this sort of way, and you know who they are in your life, we would suggest sit together in contemplation over, very, very gently over this question. What has to change now? And what has changed? What has to change now? And what has changed? A very, very gentle, loving touch with this one. Sit with those questions around conflict. Good. This is Raphael. So even with your lightning change, the gentlest, loving, nurturing touch can be helpful here. Because let's say it's the forest fire that allows that the seed to split open, and that can become, certain types of trees won't propagate unless they're split open by fire, which is usually sparked by lightning. In modern times there are other options, but let's say in the natural world, lightning is the greatest provoker of that kind of wildfire. So how do you encounter this seed that's just split open with such tenderness? Wow, you're new to the world. You wanted to come out, but that was kind of shocking, wasn't it? How you came to the world. So treat yourself like that too, even if you do notice that you're on a path that you have wanted for some time. There is a little bit of tumult about how you got here so fast. So enjoy that. What's left when the lightning goes, there's that little prickle of electric air, but also there's that tender, tender new open. And that's how we would suggest you welcome this time of lightning. This is Adria, so angels are asking me to end, and thank you so much for tuning in, sharing this in whatever ways feel good to you, just soaking it in on the quantum level and letting that simmer in for others, or a kind word to someone you notice who's going through this kind of change, as the angels just spoke of. Just take a soft step back and without judgment, notice the change that's happening with them. Lovely to see you all here today, and we'll continue. We're going very deep with the angels on Saturdays, so anytime you want to tune in and join us, this is once a month, this live broadcast, and then every Saturday at the same time we're doing deep work with meditations and workshops. And the theme this month is transmigration, and the theme next month is love, and the cosmic dance of divine love. So I hope you'll join us for that dance. So much love to all of you, and thank you for being exactly who you are, and especially, and even that, who you are now is so completely different than who you were a few hours ago before the lightning. Welcome. Welcome to your new world, the path you've been creating. I'm really celebrating with all of you.